Welcome back to Good Morning Gavilan. I'm Jan Bernstein Chargin here on GavTV 18.
And I'm Alexandria Aragon.
And we are very delighted to be here for well, we're not delighted it's the last show of the season.
No, but we're delighted to be here for the last show.
We're delighted to be here for the last show of the season because it is almost graduation time. There are a lot of, I guess, finals. People are finishing up their finals and their projects and everything. If you come onto campus, you'll get trampled by somebody heading to the library.
To finals.
Or to finals.
Or to finals, yeah, also. But you know, final, it's not necessarily a bad thing. If you want to think about it, finals like finale. You know, it's the end of it, it's the end, it's like progress. It's the final little bit to show that you've done all you've done, and then, you know,
okay. So
how
are your finales coming
My
along?
finales are actually very exciting. No, not really, they're finals. But the plus side is, I don't have very many of them, and I'm excited because I've enjoyed my classes this semester, so.
Great.
We're good.
And what are your plans for the summer?
To work, just to work and to study some more, maybe take a class here or there, you know. What a normal student does.
That's good to hear.
Your plans?
That's good to hear. My plans are to be here, what a normal full-time staff member does, and I'm also on a community committee that is working to start a homeless shelter in Gilroy. So I'm on the board of the Gilroy Compassion Center, and I expect to be doing a lot of that in my fun time this summer.
Compassionate person does. There we go. See,
that's where we have it. So my daughter will be here doing STAR, and my son will be off at science camp, and we're gonna have a good summer. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next story. What that was? Leadership Gilroy is having a benefit. I'm on the board of Leadership Gilroy too. So
really, I didn't see that coming.
Didn't see that coming. So this Saturday is the Ducky Derby, and you can bet. Well, I shouldn't say bet. You can wager. You can assume that your rubber duck is going to win the race. Here we go. This is last year's Ducky Derby. You see that's Bonfanti Falls at Gilroy Gardens.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yep. Let's see the next slide on this one. And that's where the ducks start their journey. Oh,
wow.
Here they go. Down the falls. Down the falls. Which duck will win?
I'm assuming the one closest to the water.
I guess boy, you are nothing but logical. Okay, here they go. And down the falls they go. Here they go. They're swimming as fast as they can. They've got to make it under the bridge. They've got to make it across the pond. They've got to make it to the finish line.
Oh,
come on.
there.
Go. This Saturday you can go and you can cheer for your duck as it makes its way down the falls and across the pond and under the bridge and across the finish line. And you see there is some catch. There's the finish line. Look at that.
Wow.
Okay, so the first duck across the finish line, whoever sponsored that duck gets a trip for four to Disneyland or $2,000. And there are other great prizes.
Those two little ones look like they might have
You must get your tickets ahead of time before Saturday. So you must go online to www.leadershipgilroy.org to get your ticket for the Ducky Derby.
So I don't know about you, but you got me all excited. I think I want to go to that website now. Did you see that? Did you see with what grace that duck crossed that line?
I know, it's amazing. It was amazing.
It was.
It was amazing.
I feel
and it's going to happen again on Saturday. And then at 4 o'clock is the celebrity paddle boat race with some amazing local celebrities, including Tiffany Peterson, our Gilroy Garlic Queen, Susan Valenta from the Chamber of Commerce, Steve Kinsella, president of Gavilan College, James Dent, principal of Elliott Elementary School, and a lot of other celebrities who are going to be paddling the giant ducks across the lake.
So do you sponsor those also to win?
Yes, you can actually pick your winner on the celebrity paddle boat races. And
that sounds like a good
what
time.
Fun that'll be. There'll be more prizes and a chance to go just go horse, screaming yourself silly. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So what else is going on here? We had we got some stuff on campus too, and we have an event that happened on campus.
There are a lot of events that happened. The walk, the walk for health.
Right. If you want some more detail on the stuff that happened, Gavilan Press is on the stands right now.
They are everywhere. They're outside the library, on the corners, the building, student center, wherever you're at. There's probably a Gavilan Press.
I haven't read mine yet, so it still looks like that. Alex read hers. That's what it looks like after you read it.
See, I was on the journalism staff, so I know how much hard work goes into this thing. So I read it, and I keep it in my back pocket. If you want any news, this is the place to go. And the art exhibit is also on display here. And it's beautiful, the last exhibit.
And it's up in the Gavilan College Art Gallery right now. Okay. Anyway, so we need to talk about a poetry reading that occurred on campus.
Poetry.
Everybody
likes poetry.
Yes, so who was the poet here? What do we have?
The poet, Jamal May. Okay. Jamal May, well, he's the author of the poetry chapbook, which is called The God Engine Pudding House Press. So basically, you know, he's the editor of the Organic Weapon Arts chapbook series. His work has appeared in the forthcoming Callaloo, Indiana Review, the Spoon River Poetry Review, Blackbird and Verse Daily, and among other magazines and stuff. So he's kind of everywhere.
Okay, and he was here.
He was here, yes.
He was here and he did a reading.
He did do a reading.
At Gavilan
and
College.
That is probably one of the things that we're going to talk about also.
Actually, we're going to see it. We're going to see it. So let's take a look
better.
at the tape of the Jamal May poetry reading at Gavilan College.
Nice.
You know the friend you have that calls you for guy advice? Like she calls you with all her guy problems, and then you give her that real good Dr. Ruth advice column type advice, and then what does she do with all your brilliant advice?
Doesn't follow.
None of it, right? But then what happens when everything goes wrong is she calls you again for more advice. So if you don't have a friend like that, you might be that friend. Good time to do some self-inventory, you know, take time. But so this poem is for like that kind of person, or just anybody who thinks of romance as this tug-of-war game kind of thing. You know, I'm like, whatever happened is just like, I like you, you like me, yeah, let's go to a movie. So it's like this, like people are trying to defeat each other, like, I'm beating you at marriage. So this poem is like somewhere in that vicinity, I guess. And there's going to be some places where it's going to be some chance for class participation. Like you might know the answer to what I'm about to say next, and if you feel like you do, you just blurt it out. And people tend to get this right, so you know, we'll see what happens. Or if I say check, everybody can just say check, and then we're like, it'd be like community group poem. All right, so everybody say check.
Check.
All right, check this out. I'm sitting down to dinner with this attractive young lady in an expensive restaurant downtown Detroit, and I said it takes about a half hour before I realized what everybody there already knew just by watching me walk in. I don't belong here. Two things give me away. One, I'm not wearing a suit. Everybody there was wearing a suit. She told me I should wear a suit, and I said, to hell with that. I'll suit up in something that better suits a suitable suitor such as myself and top it all off with a pair of Pumas that might be better suited in a museum somewhere. Second thing, I keep asking real stupid questions like, hey, yo, waiter! Can we exchange our baked potatoes for a giant basket of french fries? No, go ahead, take your time and check. Say check.
Check.
But check this out. By the time the food arrived, I decided she might as well have came by herself, because I'm not sure my presence was required for what she came to do, which seems to be nothing more but than to bask in the sheer auditory bliss that is the sound of her own voice. Because she kept going on and on about game. Because you see, romance is like a game. You gotta know how to play the game. And I got game. And game. And that in itself wouldn't have bothered me if she hadn't already gone on a 20-minute rant about she was sick of meeting men who only wanted to play games. Yes, y'all spoke with that. That's like college education. I love it. So I'm like, waiter, can we get some wine over here? What's funny is that there was already a 5'4" puddle of wine sitting across the table from me. But it was the wrong kind of wine, so I needed the kind of wine that would help me unwind, to help me deal with the kind of wine that was winding this way up my spine, going to my mind as it emitted from her lips, that she kept whining about how men always treat women like pawns. But what she meant to say was one man treated her like a pawn, she ain't never get over it. Y'all know I said it out loud, of course. You see, she met this guy that she wanted to be her king. Figured in exchange she would become a queen, but he said he wasn't ready. So she made the same mistake that I've seen a lot of beautiful, intelligent women make. She said she was gonna wait on him. So she waited on him, and waited on him, and waited on him, and waited on him. Woke up one day like, wait, I ain't waiting on him. I've been waiting on this sorry man hand and foot. And she knew the shoe goes on the other foot because her mother told her, a woman should always have her man in check. Say check. Check. But since she didn't, she felt used like a pawn. I said, all right, look, I agree. Makes no sense for men to treat women like pawns in a game of chess, since fellas, let's face it, most of us can't comprehend a romance any more complex than checkers. And that's why he's always trying to check her, and check her, and check her, and check her, and check her. And I'm like, dude, you know you can't check pieces in checkers. You must be thinking about chess, a true intellectual's game, which of course means men don't play it. Women do. But not all of you feel better doing so, because some people get so caught up in their games that instead of checking for their proper soulmate, they only end up checking for checkmate. So maybe instead of checking your mate, you ought to start checking to make sure you're not the one who's been playing games. Because when you see romance as a game like chess, where the pieces often come in black and white, you might start seeing every issue in black and white, and you might not ever make it to the other side of the board where you could be promoted to the queenly figure you figured you'd figure out a strategy to become later on. By then, you'll already be too far gone, just another pawn trying to keep some wannabe king in check. And let me tell you, you'll always be checking. Checking his language, checking his tone, checking the clock, see what time he got on, checking his phone, checking his voicemails, checking his Facebook, checking his text messages. Check, 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 check. Hey, yo, waiter! Check.
We are back. And we've got some great guests with us because we're going to hear about the 2011 Leadership Gilroy Class Project. Are you familiar with it?
I am familiar.
You were just reading about it.
I was just reading about it again in the newspaper.
All right.
That's where it's at.
Well, we have two class members here. First, Don Payne.
Hi, how are you doing?
Who is a GUSD school board member.
Yes.
And also, and I would say possibly even more illustrious, Gavilan College alumnus.
Yes, and a part-time instructor here.
And a part-time instructor.
Illustrious.
Yes, yes. And former ASB president.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. So, and we have Marc Perkel, who is a member. Is it Perkel or Perkel?
Perkel.
Perkel. I apologize for that.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Marc Perkel is a member also of the class of 2011.
And I have a small business, and I'm new to town, and I took this class to get to know more people in the area.
Is that working out?
It is.
Yeah?
I got to know quite a few people through this, so I'm very pleased with how it's going.
Terrific. And what brought you into Leadership Gilroy?
Well, I had heard about it for quite a few years. It's been mentioned that I should probably try it out. And when I decided to run for the school board, I thought it's a good time to get involved in leadership. So.
Okay. So part of the program, I know you do a 9-month program and do special activities every month, but part of it is this group project.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the class comes together and we have a project that kind of focuses us and allows us to do the things that leaders do. We have to, fund the project, so we got to get sponsors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we have to come to an agreement on which project we want, because in the beginning, we all have these great ideas, but sooner or later we got to boil it down and narrow it down to one project. And so, our project is a community festival. And actually, it was 2 projects in the beginning, right, Marc?
Yes, yeah. We got it down to 2 projects, and instead of picking between the 2 projects, which is what they normally do, the projects were similar enough that we decided to merge the projects into one project.
Okay, so what were the 2 initial ideas?
Well, with the farmers market was...
Okay. Yes, one group wanted a farmers market, and they were going to basically do 4 events, farmers market events. And then another group wanted to do a single event, which was a festival that was, beyond just farmers market.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we got it together and said, well, why don't we do a single event and then partner with somebody who would do a permanent farmers market and hand it off.
Okay.
So we made both projects into a single project, but it's still 2 projects in a way, because we have to successfully pull off the Spice of Life Festival, but then we have to successfully hand it off to this other group who is going to have a permanent farmers market here in Gilroy.
Right.
Okay. So tell me about the Spice of Life Festival. If we attend, what will we see?
Well, of course, the festival aspect will include music. We'll have definitely going to have a lot of different types of vendors. So, the farmers market aspect, you'll have your organic produce and vendors of that nature, but we'll also have vendors that are going to be doing things like arts and crafts and all that kind of stuff. So there'll be quite a variety of activities going on, and I think it's going to be a great event.
Have you started lining up, let's say, the food vendors yet, the organic produce vendors? And
yeah, that was kind of the easier aspect.
Oh, really?
Is finding, there was a lot of interest in Gilroy for farmers market.
Okay.
We'd been lacking that for a while. So to get vendors to come in and want to participate was actually kind of easy to just tap into the interest that was there and to get them to participate. A little more tricky was getting some of the other aspects lined up, some of the entertainment aspects. We have bands now. We are currently looking for one more band. We need one more band, so there's a little pitch to the public. We need one more band.
They call you, or?
Yes, they could. They could either go to the website we do have a website.
GilroySpiceOfLife.com.
Right, and there's contact information there, or they can call. There's a phone number there. So anyway, we're looking for a band that can perform in a 2-hour slot.
Okay. So the event itself, it's on what day? It's on
June 5th. It's going to be on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, okay. Afternoon?
We're going to be open from 10 a.m.
to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And then the farmers market will continue every Sunday, I think, during the same time period.
Oh, great. And now this is at the location of last year's Leadership Gilroy project.
Very close.
Very close by. The community garden, which was a great project last year from Leadership Gilroy. We are adjacent to it, right next to it, behind and on the side of the Arts Alliance building.
All right, perfect. Hey, you know what? The crew is not supposed to be talking at this point.
Well, that's good. The crew's getting excited. That sounds good.
Yeah.
So is there a specific demographic that this entire thing is supposed to be for? Like, what's the age?
We had a very a lot of work talking about this. It's a multicultural event, so we want to include all aspects of the community, all age ranges. Therefore, we have some of the bands we were looking at were some banda type music. We also have a country western band. Had a rock and roll band. That's what we're looking at now. So those aspects were part of it, and looking at arts and crafts for younger people, and then of course the farmers market for people who are interested in that. So we want to run the gamut.
So it'll be appealing to everybody.
A community event for everyone.
Anybody who eats food or likes music.
Okay.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
So, is there a fee to get in, or any kind of thing that's
free to the public?
Free
to the public.
Yeah, we
so
want to
make
sure. That's part of the reason why we wanted to do this. Great.
Okay, so now what are the challenges in putting something like this together?
Well, it's been interesting, but our decision to make it a continuing project and to partner with somebody who's going to take it over actually has made it a lot easier for us because the other group has actually done a lot of the work that we would have had to do if we did a single event. So.
Yeah, and we couldn't actually necessarily do a continuing project. Leadership Gilroy requires you to do a one-time project. So it's great because we can hand this off to a group and it'll continue on.
Right, the power of collaboration.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got most of the vendors for us.
So they took care of a lot of the challenges for us. They made it a lot easier.
Now your group is of how many members?
16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Any surprises in putting this together? Were there obstacles in places you didn't expect them?
Well, it's 16 leaders. So that makes it kind of challenging. Part of the process is to learn leadership skills, how to work together. But when you have everyone here is a leader in the group, so they're used to taking decisions and moving very fast with them. So we have to work together and kind of find a way to, some of us sometimes step in the background a little bit and allow other ones to step up in certain areas.
Yeah, interestingly enough, for some of us, the challenge was to learn how to not be a leader and to be working as a peer along with everybody else because, I've always been the boss and Dom's used to being the boss. And so we learned how to not be the boss and how to work and get the perspective of the people who we might be in charge of someday in a leadership role. And also it gave us the opportunity as we're doing something with another group of people that we're sort of like handing off to them. So this is the type of thing that people in Leadership Gilroy are supposed to learn how to do, was to start good projects for the community and that are self-sustaining by other people.
Absolutely.
So when your year with Leadership Gilroy is over, do you plan to do more of this?
I don't know. I would think so. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
I have. I definitely will. I have a list, a laundry list of items that I'm working on.
Community
and we'll continue.
projects.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And did you go into this with that laundry list, or did it kind of develop as you were going through the process?
No, I have stuff that I've been working on or plan to work on for a long time. This was an opportunity to try to initiate some of that. Turns out one of the projects I was interested in, that's not the one we went with altogether, but because everyone has these great ideas. But collaboratively, I think we have a great idea, a great project that's going to be really good for the community.
Okay, good. And then maybe you'll get to work on some of these other other laundry list things. I think we have a slide with the information about the Spice of Life Festival, which we could perhaps
put up.
Dig up and there we go.
Yes.
All right. Spiceoflife.com, the Spice of Life Downtown Gilroy Festival and Market, and that is right adjacent to the Gilroy Center for the Arts. That's at Monterey and
7th.
7th and Eagleberry Streets.
7th and Eagleberry. And parking is a little tight, so we're going to suggest people walk, carpool.
I would say any of those. I mean, there is parking. You have to walk a block or two, but Gilroy's blocks aren't that large.
Yeah.
No, they're actually not.
Right,
and it gives you a chance to kind of get out and enjoy downtown Gilroy.
Absolutely. It's on June 5th, so it'll be an interesting way to kick off the summer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And something to do every Sunday past that, when you need vegetables.
Yeah, that is
You can go down and get your fresh vegetables here in Gilroy without having to drive all the way to Morgan Hill on Saturday.
And it's walking distance to my house, so I love that. Yeah, that's just perfect. So I know I will see you at the Farmers Market this summer. Okay, we have a few other slides and a few other things happening. So let's bring those out. First one, graduation,
Yay.
Friday, May 27th, 6 p.m. in the Bud Ottmar Gymnasium here at the Gavilan College campus in Gilroy. Tickets are required. You will get your tickets from the graduate that you were there to cheer on. They each get 4 tickets, and no, there are no extras for sale. So if a graduate is not using all their tickets, they're welcome to give those to somebody else. But congratulations, everybody. And if you're not graduating yet, register now for summer and fall classes. You do that at the website, www.gavilan.edu, or you can come in person, but the lines are a lot shorter online. So,
registering.
So if you have you registered for next semester?
I have. We registered last Friday.
Good for you.
The GECA community had
the whole GECA community did it.
We're smack in the middle between priority and with everybody else. So it's pretty interesting because we go up there, we get to meet the counselors, and we have to have our plans ready. And it's difficult because a lot of the classes that we want are already closed. Like, they're closed down, so we have to get ad codes. Like, a lot of the math and a lot of the sciences, they're already closed.
Wow.
So it's a pain to have to register. But, that's why you got to do it early, and you have to have all of your ducks in a row in order to do it. Because if you don't have one thing, then you have to start the process all over, and you get knocked to the back of the line.
Okay. So,
that's difficult.
So you learn the importance of planning.
You do, but like we saw earlier, graduation's coming. So once you get all your planning done, like the finale, you get to graduate. So there is, a rainbow at the end of the storm. It's okay. It's okay.
Wow.
It's good. See,
so positive.
It's positive. Sunshine.
So wonderful. Yes. So, and if you're a new student, you need to put in an application, do an assessment test, do an online or in-person orientation, and then see a counselor before you register for your classes. Now, let's do that again. Application, assessment, orientation, counseling, and you can also check with the financial aid office in there someplace.
Yeah. And everything's right there by the student union. Everybody knows where the student center is, the student union, so it's right smack next to it. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it, right, unless you're going really, really fast.
Unless you're in a hurry, and you're going to your finals or something and you're getting a snack, I mean, you really cannot miss it. It's right there. Finale.
So, again, so get registered. And we have a lot of classes. Unlike a lot of colleges which are cutting back for the fall, Gavilan is actually in a pretty good position. We have added more classes to the schedule, grown by about 2%.
Wow.
Because we know the demand is out there, and a lot of people are not going to be able to get classes at other community colleges.
Absolutely, and 2% is a significant increase.
But that's no reason to wait, because they will fill up really, really quickly.
And they have, speaking from experience.
Okay. So we are going to say goodbye for spring 2011.
Oh, goodbye. It's not goodbye. It's until we meet again.
It's until we meet again.
Which
will be in the fall.
This will continue in the fall when you guys are ready again to pick it up where we left off.
All right.
But everybody needs a break. You need a break.
Yeah, but you know what? You can get through the summer because we'll air the reruns, and you can get the reruns on the website.
You can.
So you don't have to miss us too much.
So there's no excuse for, you don't
want to slack off on your Good Morning Gavilan viewing.
Exactly. Everybody needs their dose of Good Morning Gav. I mean, let's face it.
Right.
It's like Folgers in a cup.
Go to the website, click on Blip TV, and it's all up there. So, but with that, we are going to say goodbye with a tape of the South Valley Symphony that played at the San Juan Bautista Mission. Anyway, goodbye from all of us at Good Morning Gavilan.
From the cast and crew behind.
Why don't we have any crew members who want to just jump out in front of that camera and wave with us?
Goodbye.
Come on out and
come with us.
Just hop out in front of camera too, and let's give everybody a goodbye wave.
There you go, perfect.
Come on. Let's bring Sean out there.
Sean,
let's
goodbye.
Oh,
how beautiful.
And we have a thank you and goodbye gift for Alex, who has been an amazing co-host.
It's been amazing being here. It's a great experience. And again, fall, until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, let's go. Oh, open it.
Yeah. So we have a card. Beautiful. Oh, beautifully beautiful. Okay, let's talk. I wonder what this is. It feels pretty heavy. I'm a little concerned at this point, but it's a gift. So I'm sure it's fantastic. Honey! Yeah! Okay, so
that's
fun
beautiful.
fact. I love honey. It's amazing.
Is that organic honey?
Let's think. Okay.
It's local organic honey.
It's local organic. Everybody, look.
Great.
Because I do have allergies in the morning.
Okay.
I love it. Thank you so much.
All right. And let's let these guys get a look at the label in case they don't want to invite this vendor to the farmer's market.
Right there. Everybody, do you see it?
Right,
do you guys see it?
We do.
That's where it's at.
All right. That was really nice, you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was beautiful. I'm going to put this back and I'm going to go cry now because it was so touchy. But have a good summer.
All right. Have a good summer and register for Theater 16 if you'd like to be a part of Good Morning Gavilan.